Welcome. In this video again, it's a continuation of managing extensions, and we are still managing our module extension in this video. And the module which we are managing in this video is the login form module. Alright, I'll simply make sure that my database and server are still up and running. Alright, they are, so I'll simply minimize. Once I've done that, I'll go back to my web page. So this is my back end. I'll simply come to my front end. The module which I want to modify here, let's say, is a login form module, which is this particular module. This is the sample site page, so I'll go back to home, just where we've always been. Okay, I want to manage this particular module here called the login form module, just the way we do for other modules. All I'll simply need to do is to come to the back end and then go to extensions and click on module manager. I'll look for the module called login form. Okay, there's a module here called login, but this is not what I want, because if you look at it's actually in a none position, so that is not it. Keep scrolling down till I find what I want. Okay, this is the module which I want to modify now, the login form module, which is in position 7. As usual, you click on it. Right, as usual, it brings us to details. Status, we leave it as published. Title, we leave it as login form. Show title, we leave it as show. Position, we leave it in position 7. We are okay with it in position 7. Access, we leave it. Ordering and every other thing here, we leave it the way they are. I'll simply go to my basic options now. Now we have something that looks different from other modules which we have been modifying. Here under basic options, we have pretext. What it's saying is pretext. This is the text or HTML that is displayed above the login form. I go back to my front end. What it simply means is if you want something, if you want a write-up to appear above this login form here, as in you want something particular write-up to appear, then you use the pretext. If you want it to appear below, you use the post-text. Going back to my back end, pretext, post-text. Let's simply type in something here. For example, I'll simply type in use the login form to enter your account. Okay, once I type that, I click on save. Then I'll go back to my front end. Remember what is login form? This login form is used by registered users on your website. Those that have registered on your website, this is where they come to log into their site, or rather to log into their account which they have created with you. But if they've not created any account with you, they have to click on create an account so they have an account with your website. Alright, I just typed in something at my back end which I want to appear here. All I need to do is simply refresh. Once I refresh, it's now showing what I just typed. The pretext I typed is use the login form to enter your account. Enter, I think I should rather put enter into the account. So I'll simply go to my back end and then go to basic options and then type in into. Just click there and type into there, into your account. Okay, I'll simply click on save. Once I have saved, I'll now go back to my back end and then refresh to see what I've done. Right, use the login form to enter into your account. Okay, I'm okay with that. The post text is if you want something to appear under or a write-up. Okay, what I'll simply type in here now is if you don't have an account, please create one. If you don't have an account, you can create one by clicking on create an account. Okay, I'll simply go back to my backend and then my basic option under pretext. I'll type what I want. Okay, I'll rather type don't have an account. Don't should have an apostrophe, I think. Okay, don't have an account, like a question. Create one by clicking on create an account. Create an account. Don't have an account, create one by clicking on create an account above. Okay, I'll simply click on save. Then I'll go back to my front end and then refresh and see what happens there. Click on refresh. Once I refresh, it actually brought what I typed. Don't have an account, create one by clicking on create an account above. So any user that comes in and wants to register will simply read it and know that okay, if the user wants to create an account, all they need to do is click on create an account above. Alright, we'll simply leave it the way it is. Then we'll go back to our back end. We're actually under basic options. We've done pretext and post-text. Login redirection page. What this simply means is select the page the user will be redirected to after a successful login. Select from all the pages listed in the drop-down menu. Alright. Now what this simply means is once a user or a registered user enters his or her own password and username, which page do you want them to be redirected to? If you come here and you click, you have so many pages here. You have the getting started page, you have the using Joomla page, so on and so forth. So I'll simply scroll down and look for a particular page which I would like my users to be redirected to or to be taken to when they log in. And going down, if I click on user profile, that means once a user logs in, the user will be taken to the page called user profile. That will be the profile of the user. We have edit user profile. I think this is more appropriate. User profile. We're going to do more on that later. Just keep scrolling down to see if there's any other one which I would like. Keep going down till the end. I don't think there's anyone that suits what I want. Okay. Your profile, something else called your profile here, submit an article, submit a revenue. I think that user profile is more appropriate, so I'll simply go back up because they're actually users which are logging in, so they should actually be directed to their profile once they log in. So I'll simply look for it, user profile. Okay, I've seen it, so I'll simply click on user profile. So once any user logs in, user will be taken to the page called user profile. The logout registration page, if they log out, once the user logs out, which page should they be brought to? I think it would be appropriate if the user logs out to be brought to the home page. So I'll simply come here and look for the page called home. Scrolling down, there's the home page of the website, the front end. So I keep scrolling down. I have home page bees. So this bees tree is actually it has to do with the home page of this template called bees. This home page has to do with the home page of the template called protostar, but no, that's not what I want. So I'll keep going down. I have pack home, no. Keep scrolling down. Alright, I have home here. So I'll simply click on this home. This home is the home or the front page of your website. That's the first page. So I'll simply click on home. So once a user logs out, the user will be brought to this particular page. Show greeting, I'll leave it as yes. Show name stroke username. If a user logs in, should the username or the name of the user be shown? This is where you choose that. If you click here, you have name or username. I think it would be appropriate if the name of the user is shown, so we'll leave it as name. Encrypt login form, we'll leave it as no. We're done with basic options, so I'll simply save. Once you've saved, we now go to advanced options. Under advanced options, as usual, we leave every other thing the way they are. The module style, we'll leave it as well. I hope you know why. I'll now go to menu assignment. Now, this going back to my front end, this particular login page, I think it will be appropriate if it only appears also in this particular page called the home page. So I'll simply make that possible by going back to my backend and under menu assignment, I want the login page or login form to only appear in the home page. Yours might be different, it depends on what or how you want your site to be. By now you should understand what module assignment means. Alright, so I simply come here because it's on all page, but rather I want it to be only on the pages selected. So I'll click on that. Now deselect the whole of this here. I'll scroll down and deselect this also. Also deselect this. Okay. I want it to appear in the home, so I'll leave home while I will deselect the whole of this and deselect this also. I'll also deselect this and this, and deselect the whole of this, deselect the whole of this and this. I'll leave this home also, deselect this, and deselect the whole of this also. Once I'm done, I'll just click on save. Okay, if I go back to my front end and I refresh, this is my home page. So actually the login form will still appear. If I go to this other page called the sample site page, it goes away because I didn't want it to appear in any other page apart from the home page. Alright, back to my backend. I think we've actually modified or managed this our module called the login form. Alright, so this is all we're doing in this particular video, in which we actually managed our module, and the module we manage here is our login form. See you in the next video. Thank you.